Hello, everybody, and welcome to Scrollers Chat. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of September, and yesterday was September 11th, so I changed the topic for tonight. We were going to do the second half of where to find a pattern online, because the second half actually deleted and didn't save properly for some reason. When I went back to check the YouTube page, it did not show up. So we're going to skip that. We'll go back to that another time. Tonight we're going to do some GIMP work, and I'm going to design a cross with you guys. And I'll show you that in just a second. But on the panel tonight so far we have Rick Hutchinson. I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell the folks where to find you, Rick.
Yeah, Rick Hutchison, scrollsaws.com is my website, and under Rick Hutchison on Facebook.
Hey, Rick, we can see half your head.
Yeah, I see that. The camera's right.
That's better. Now we can see you. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to jump right into GIMP. So if you guys aren't familiar with GIMP, you can go over to their website and download it. It's a free program that you can use to, it's kind of like Photoshop, but you can use it to design patterns in different ways. Tonight we're going to use it to design a cross. And got everything we need to do the cross on the saved on the computer. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So right now, I'm going to share screens with you guys so you can see. I'm going to share screens. And I won't be able to see the chat. Well, hang on, I got to go pop it up. And I'll be able to see it. Alright, I just popped out the chat, so now we can see the chat. Yeah, that's probably a thumbs down from somebody. I don't know. Might know who that was. Just off the top of my head, I think I know who it may have been. Okay, so this is what I was working on that I wanted to show you guys. We're going to work on this tonight. This is as far as I got on it. And basically, what you would do is so I'll show you guys what this would look like cut. You can see I'm not quite done with it. So the black ones on here would be the floaters. So for the text, I still got to break those. I'm going to show you guys how to do that as we do this project. But I just wanted to give you guys like a finished look at it. Of course, this isn't completely finished, as you can see. I would need to fix his arm and make it not a floater, and then fix these letters before it's finished. But I wanted to show you guys the general idea of what we're going to work on tonight. Okay, so getting started, I'm going to save this one. When you're in GIMP, if you want to save with the layers, you have to save it as a .xcf. I'm just going to call this 911 cross .xcf, and then it'll save all my layers. So it'll save all these layers here. If you save it as a JPEG, it'll take all these layers away, and then it'll make it permanent. So if you make it a JPEG, you'd have to come in and like break these letters all by hand. Right now that I left this with the layers, so I can come in and make changes to it if I need it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to exit out of there for right now. I have to find I apologize for the mess of a desktop that I have, but here's my cross. So this is the cross. Okay. This is the cross that I have on my computer that I got a silhouette for a cross off the internet. And then I added whatever it is. Then I added the military silhouette to it. And then the guy saluting. So you can see I added him saluting on it. So I'm going to use this as the base for this next project, for this cross we're going to do tonight. So I'm going to take this cross, and I'm going to take it and drop it. Oops. Hang on a moment, so make sure I don't have any windows open. Because that just shows you what not to do in GIMP. If you already have a screen open and you're trying to import something, it'll go into that screen. It won't go full size as a new image. So make sure you have no image open. And actually, GIMP just closed itself. So I'm going to go up here, reopen GIMP. So while that's doing that, I'll check the chat. Put your thumb down right there. I'll smash it with my trust. Thank you, Katie Dotson. That's funny. .xcf GIMP. What extension we use? JPEG is, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If you use a JPEG, it'll make it flat, and if you use a .xcf, it'll make it layers. I generally use .xcf if I'm working on stuff for the magazine. That way I can save it once, and then if I need to make changes to it, I can always come back and change it and not have to go through and do it again and again and again and again. All right. So first thing we're going to do is drag that in from the desktop. And the next, that gives us our cross to start with. Now the next thing we're going to do is bring in, I know I told you I saved all these on here already. We're going to bring in this one right here and drop it into the cross. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to Windows and then go to Windows. Not, well, that's fine, but go to Windows. Okay, if my mouse cooperates. Windows, and then you go up to Layers. Okay, well, this will show you all the layers for the cross. Okay. Now what you want to do is, this is the Move tool right here. So you just come down here and you right click with the mouse, or left click, sorry, with the mouse, or your key, whatever on your computer. If you have a laptop, do the left mouse button or the left keypad. Alright, so move that up there, then you're going to move scale it. Scale tool is right here. Now if you want to zoom in, you use the magnifying glass, and this will zoom in for you. And it'll be a little easier to move it. Just kind of get it in there where you want it. And then that's in there. And then the next thing we want to do, come up here, zoom in a bit more. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by making the pre-select tool, which is right here. And then we're going to come along here. And we're going to draw a line simply by, every time you click, it puts in a point. Simply by clicking, it'll put the point in, and then we're going to draw a line. So you see I can disconnect that. So we're going to go around the whole Maltese cross and do that. go. Right. There you go. Now you guys can see I broke all the lines. I did this one, this one, this one, and this one. So now what I'm going to do is come in here. I'm going to put the text in here. And the text we're going to type in. This A right here is the text tool. You click in here, you drag it down and make a box. As big as you make that box, is how big the text can be. So right now I'm going to type in 343. And we're going to make it... I kind of like it... You guys can make it bold if you want. I kind of like it regular like this. But it's either one. It's up to you guys. But if you make it bold, it's just up here. And then this here stretches it out. So you can make them have more space between them. Or less space. Simply by clicking here. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is zoom in on the 4. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to come in here, switch this to white. Then we're going to come in here, paintbrush tool, break this line. And now you'll be able to cut out that. The next part of this, we're going to come over to this other side. And we're going to drop in the police one, which is also over here. It's right here. I just did a simple police badge. Drop this in here. This over here. If you guys think zoom out, right now we'll zoom out. That way we can kind of line it up, right? Okay. So we're going to click on it. Get over it. Okay. You guys can see how this has this in it. These little lines. All I got to do is come up here to the fuzzy select and hit select on one of them, and then keep your finger on the shift button, and as you select, it'll keep selecting for you. Now that that whole area is selected, what I'm going to do is come in here with the paintbrush tool and just paint it white, and that'll take care of all the lines for you. And just go up here to select none, and then it'll deselect it for you. Now, the next part we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here. And we're going to go up here to the pre-select tool again. And what we're going to do is, again, just come up here and then fill that in. Then we're going to break the line with the paintbrush tool right here, and we'll make sure white's on top. If you ever wanted to put black in there, you could flip this and put black on top. But since we're breaking it and it's already black, we're making it white. So we're going to leave white on top for now. And then we're going to go here to this side, do the same thing. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come down here to the text, flip this back to black. You guys can see I just flipped this from white to black. That's because we want the text black. Now in this text box, we're going to type 71. And we're going to make this as big as possible. Okay, that's a little too big. Okay. And again, you can make it bold or not bold. You can also play with all the different fonts, but for right now, we're just going to leave it that. And then I'm going to zoom out for just a sec so I can center it a tad bit more. That's pretty good there. Okay, so there's those two. Now the next part of this project is we're going to come down here to this gentleman down here. And what we're going to do, we're going to take the select rectangular select tool. And we're going to make sure we select him. What we're going to do is we're going to leave a little bit down here underneath him so that it doesn't mess with the outside of the cross. And then we're going to simply go cut, just like that. And then with it still selected, don't deselect it, keep it selected, go paste into, and it'll put it right back in where it went. Up here, it'll show you, it'll say like, you know, something up there. Just make sure you type in a letter or something, name that layer. Oh, it just shut down on me. Son of a gun. Oh man. My GIMP just shut down on me without. Okay. Well, that was fun.
Push its way through. It's cutting 3/4 of the way through the apple. That's why it's wedging it open. That wedge shape probably should be on the lower edge. Don't have those apples. But
okay. So let's just pretend those two are still up here, okay? Because I'm not gonna go through those steps again. I already showed you guys that part. So we'll just pretend that the shield's here and the other one's here. Because I can do this step with the not there, just to show you guys this next step. And then we'll show you the cross. The next step is to remove this bottom part. So we're going to go ahead and then there, that's it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to the rectangular select tool. We're going to try this again. We're going to unselect. We're going to select around him. Still leaving a little bit down here so that we don't mess with the outside of the cross. Now, if you want to leave a little more down here, you can. It's up to you guys as you're designing it. Alright, so I want to cut that. I'm going to paste into. That'll put him back right where he was. And then we can go over here to layers. Yeah, this is floating selection. You just want to make sure you hit something there so that it makes that layers in there. Okay, now the next part of this is we want to take this guy and we want to make him smaller. So you go right here to scale tool. Oops. Make sure you select the right layer. And then go to scale tool. And now you can kind of play with this. Okay. And then what we want to do is I told you how before I had a floater in mind. I'm going to fix that in this time. I'm going to take my tool right here. And I'm going to fix that. This line here is from this layer, I think. So I'm just going to go ahead and erase it. I think there's probably one over here, too. Yep. Okay.
I'm really glad to be home. I told myself going into this competition that if I could just make it, all right. And what I'm planning on is working on the master's report that into the present plane alongside.
Okay. So that's how you do that part. Now he's in there. Now what you want to do with him is, since this cross is going to be, the way I like to do crosses is, I like to make them black when I'm designing them, so I can tell what's going to be the wood. So if you go to this layer here and you fill it in, that's the cross. That's the whole cross. The black, you can see the outside and the inside now. Okay, and now you can see I removed him down there for now. I'm going to put him back in, but see how he's black? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, make sure I got that layer highlighted, and go to invert color, and it'll make him white. And then you can see he turned white instead of black. And then
I don't think you know what you're doing.
oh, I know that voice. Trouble.
What's that?
Trouble. Trouble's his middle name.
Hello, Al and Katie and Rick here on the thing. And I think those are the only ones in here. Except maybe Jim Brashears. Hello.
Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get rid of these lines up here because they're on this layer. So what I'm going to do is, up here I had it on a softer paintbrush. I think that's what was causing that. So now I got it on a more solid paintbrush. So you can come in here and just clean up this part. And see, now those lines are gone. Okay, now we're going to come right here. And this line here is sticking out just a tad, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that.
I don't know why the chat does that thing where it says you've typed too many messages. What's wrong with chatting?
Yeah, if you type them too fast, it freaks out.
Dagnabbit. What's up, Rick?
I don't see it locking up.
Okay. Now we're going to zoom out so we can see. So you guys can see we fixed this guy. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can add from the other project that I had on here. I'm going to see if I can add those two things back in. Yep, there we go. So all I did was bring those things back in. So now you can see how these are supposed to look.
Wes Balco has joined the chat.
Hey, West.
He was just here last week and dropping off some wood.
Here is... Okay, so see, we started that part earlier. Right there, that's 71. We did that badge. And then we did this Maltese cross on this side with the 343. These were what we did, and then this thing, I did this part and then the cross, basically, before it even saved it, closed out gimp on me. So, before we do anything, export as. It's under. That way I can have it saved just in case the program crashes. Alright. So you guys can see I added the text the same way we did the 343 and the 71. I went over here to this A, and I just made a box here. You guys can see how the box lights up because it's still on that layer. So you can see how this box lights up this area of text because that's what is in this box. So I typed in memory of those we lost. Now, again, you can come in here and change the size as you need. You could make it bold, not bold. You can change the font to whatever you'd like. One font on here I like a lot as a scroll saw font is Impact because you can look at it right there. That looks really good. What's that?
That's why it wasn't coming up, as you started to misspell it. Impact.
Oh yeah, it does that sometimes. But you can, you can see you can change it if you got some cool fonts. But I usually go with Sans. Just for the sake of this demo, I'm gonna go with Sans. So right now I typed that, and then down here I typed September 11th. So that's the other text box underneath it. Now what we need to do with these is we need to zoom in really close. And we need to come over here to this rectangular select tool. And the way I like to do these is they need to be broken. So the way I like to do that is I like to just come in here with a rectangular tool. Then I go to new layer, and I drag this layer up top, all the way up top. And then I go and I make sure this top is black. And I go like this. And then you can see it broke the O. And I can still move it where I'd like it with the mouse. Right here, if you go to the move tool, you can move this wherever you want it. I like it right about there. Now the nice thing about doing it with the layer, the way I do it, is you can duplicate that layer simply by right-clicking on it and hitting up here where it says duplicate. And what that does is it takes it from where it's at, and then you can just bring it over, drag it over, and line it up for the next one. And then you can do the, go back from here to layer 1, go to the duplicate layer, and then you bring it over. Let's get there. We'll go duplicate layer again.
Sorry for wasting part of your time on the last show. I didn't know you didn't know that I didn't have any patterns anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for the shout out.
I did and I didn't, and then I was like, oh, okay, we'll just show it anyway. The heck of it. Then I said, if he ever starts making patterns again, this is where you'll find them.
Well, I'm still making them. It's just for private use, but I do have a handful for sale on bearwood.com. But back to you. I just wanted to apologize that, well, I didn't know you were going to be doing that. But anyway.
There we go. Yeah. Well, that show, it's okay. That show didn't record all the way anyway for technical issues, but I'm going to have to redo that end of that show another time. But you guys can see if you hit duplicate layer, it'll just keep letting you duplicate it. Now you can see that this here is too long.
What's Charles Barkin about?
I can't hear you over the TV in the background. What was that, Rick?
I thought that was you barking.
No, that wasn't me. I whimper. Abby must be the dog.
Yeah, she's barking at me. Okay, so we'll go duplicate layer again, and this will. Hey, stop. Sit down. No. Sit down.
And as with any design, if anybody watching this, if you think the bridge is too thin, just make it thicker. It won't mess anything up. Lines are a suggestion. Anyway, back to you, Lee. Sorry, I'm trying to take over again.
Okay. So this right here is the one we just did. So we're just going to bring it down. And then what we're going to do is we can just resize it so that it fits right.
Bye, Chris.
What? I'm just going to do it again because it didn't look right. There. Do that one. There's always one that doesn't want to cooperate. Okay. There. Good Lord. Took 3 tries to get it to do it. All right. Now all those lines are broken. So those should cut right. And now,
Lee, if it matters to you, you're not presenting. So if there's a sound in the background, it goes off to somebody else.
oh, but you can see my screen?
I can, unless there's a background noise for somebody else, and it'll jump to them.
Oh, okay. I just presented.
Okay.
Is it presenting now? Should be anyway.
I think so.
Okay, guys. Now up here on the top for this star pattern, what I did is have this image here. And I brought this image in. Right there. And I think I'm going to continue it down here a little bit. Just to show you guys. I might keep it here just for the point of showing you guys what to do once you pull this in. Just resize that a little bit. And then what I did is I zoomed in on it like so. I went to my tool option or my toolbar and I went to the fuzzy select tool. Now on this you got to kind of play with the threshold to get it to work right with the crown or with the stars. So you can see now that it selected them pretty good. Now I'm going to go to I'm going to go to the black paintbrush tool and I'm going to go make this bigger. And I'm going to just go like this.
I'm being childish and grinning at the fuzzy select tool. Sorry.
What? Why?
It struck me funny. My mind always goes there.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Fuzzy handcuff tool.
What? Yeah.
Sorry, family show. All right. So right now I'm just going to come in here, and what I'm doing is trying to clean up where I just added these stars. So it should be up here. Yeah. Should be good there. And now, oh, I know why that is. Is there 2 of him? Yeah, there's 2 of him. Okay. So for some reason, when I brought this in, it didn't save the part I did on here. Right. So, wait. So I'm going to come in here. So, like this. And then it goes to, yeah. So right now I'm just trying to clean up this little area. I don't know why. Well, what I can do is make a new layer. That'll put it at the top, so I can just go like that. Very nice.
Mr. Click Norris has joined us.
Click Norris. All right. Is that Chuck Norris? It's Click Norris.
Yep. I think I just started a trend.
All right, guys. Now see, now that we have our pattern done, I can go over here and I can show you guys what it would look like if you get it. Okay, maybe not. Might have to hit flatten first. Now I can show you what it would look like if it's got it. Come on. Anytime this week. If I see something, I gotta fix on it, but since we didn't, it needs to be cleaned up a little bit here on the edge. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning up these areas right here. And then down here.
How'd they get hair on it?
What's that?
How'd they get hair on
How they get what?
How'd they get hair on? I guess somebody dropped it.
it?
I'm stuffing my face. I didn't think it would be camera friendly. What's up, Rick? That's twice I've said, what's up, Rick, and you haven't said anything. Are you not speaking to me?
I don't know. Yes, I'm watching Lee over here on the YouTube. No, I can find my mouse. There it is. See, you aren't even showing up on there.
No, I have been. I'm eating now, and I didn't want anybody to have to see that.
Okay. I'm
Okay, so that's cleaned up a little bit there. So this little part up here needs to be cleaned up. Right there. Should work. Oops.
Yeah, Lee's doing a lot of clicking that we don't know what he's doing.
All right. Right now, what I'm doing, Rick, is I'm just cleaning up the little areas around the cross, because when I went to flood fill it with the texture tool, it showed me there were some areas that needed to be cleaned up a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning up those little areas. And I think I got them all now. Well, no, there's still one.
Dag blabbit.
Dag blabbit.
Sorry, I forgot it was a family show.
French fries.
I guess, see, I'm not seeing the areas on YouTube.
Yeah, it's tough to see. If you were looking at my screen, you could tell.
Well, I'm looking at the screen.
It's probably
it might be your screen that's fuzzy.
probably tough to tell because
there's fly specks on your screen. I don't know what you're trying to clean up.
okay, so Okay. So basically, I think that may be where we need to be now. Okay. Let's try it once and see how it looks. All right, so if you guys want to see what the texture might look like when cut, come down here to pattern fill, go to this pink can. Instead of foreground or background, you get a pink fill, or I'm sorry, pattern fill. Then you can select wood. That'll tell you what it looks like when cut.
What would it look like cutting it in walnut?
Browner.
How about some highly figured burl?
I didn't like the way it looked over there. There we go. All right, guys, that's the way it would look. Now, Rick asked what it would look like in walnut. Maybe something like this.
All right, leaves just showing off now.
Want to see how it cuts 3D? I
Sure.
can do that next. I got my 3D program on here that Charles is jealous of.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't have it.
It's a Windows 10 thing, I think.
Yeah, it is a Windows 10 thing. Okay, now that I have this thing flattened, what I'm going to do is only go to threshold. Just make sure I got everything selected. And I'm going to go to select, import. This might take me a second to figure out. So select, invert.
See, the Houston weather can't be that bad. Just be glad you aren't in Georgia.
It's been raining for a week solid here. I mean, not torrential except for a couple days, but it's been a steady dang rain. It's getting old.
Yeah, we had quite a stretch of rain last week, but now it's I think tomorrow's supposed to be 83 or 87.
It was 81 the other day, and that felt it was noticeably different because I'm so dang used to 90s or higher.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm dropping in, obviously, in a wood background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like it's cut out of the wood. I'm going to take the background out in the next step. Then we're going to save it as transparent PNG. And then once we save it as a transparent PNG, we're going to pull it over into the 3D program. And then we'll show it'll make it look like it's cut. So let me, first thing we want to do is make sure I got this on top. And make sure, well, see, it's not all the way up there. So got to make it a little taller. There it goes. A little taller. Come on now. A little bit taller now. A little bit taller now. Okay.
See, I would actually run the grain up and down on it, not across.
Okay. Now we're going to come back to the cross layer. Select it. And we're going to go to select. Or actually, yeah, select invert. And then we're going to cut. Oh, actually, that's wrong. Just you don't have to invert. You just get a cut. Okay, never mind.
I'm so confused.
Okay, try this again. There we go. All right. Now we drag the wood on top. Now you go back, select, and there's your cross. But now, what I need to do is go to background. Come on, people. Sending me text messages. Okay, background. I'm going to take out this white background simply by turning off this layer. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to export as. We're going to save this on the desktop. We're going to call it September .png. PNG makes it transparent in GIMP, so it has no background. Then it might take it a second, so just give it a moment.
Okay.
How are we doing in the chat over there?
Yeah, slowly but surely. 9 watching now.
Yeah, let's see that.
There's nobody else.
Well, congratulations on your Browns almost winning.
Squirrel Saw, well, they didn't lose. Squirrel Saw Cafe.
I know. I was giving you heck because of their winning last year. Oh, they almost won. They tied. That's.
Now I see
That was
something
right.
that I might want to edit. Now see how this looks?
Nope.
See right here?
Yep.
This is too thin, I think.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't think it was my place to say anything.
So now that I see that,
or maybe throw one down at the very bottom at the point. Just totally.
I would make. You can just make these bigger, if you so felt, and then you could also, if you wanted, do something down here, where it goes down here and touches.
Yep. No, Al Squirrel Saw Cafe is Wesley Balco.
Yeah. Hi, Wesley. And then we're going to September. I think it might still work. These may or may not look kind of funky in the editing 3D program, but just for the sake of showing you guys how it works, we'll just leave it like that for right now. I'll edit the actual pattern later.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted.
Okay, so now that that's saved, we're going to exit out of here. Exit out of here. Shut this down for a second. Shut this down for a second. Now you guys should still be able to see my screen, I hope. Right here is the September cross that we just made. So what we want to do is we want to go down here and we're going to type in 3D.
For what it's worth, I see your dog. I don't. Oh, you're okay. Never mind. Sorry.
I thought that was Lee.
Yeah, that's me.
That's when he's feeling happy.
Okay, guys. Now what we want to do is, now we have the 3D builder open. We want to go to open.
And that is standard on Windows 10, correct?
We're going to load image.
Alrighty then.
And we're going to go to where we saved it on the desktop. Here it is. It's in here. And what we want to do is, you guys can see this.
Not
It
yet.
looks something like that. To import image, object, actually edit. Yeah, make sure you click this, and then we can get to remove this.
Ron Norris says click here, click there, then
Okay,
repeat.
hit split. Now, if you move this up and down,
That chooses your thickness.
right, and then you can go split, and it'll make it thinner for you, like a cross should be.
I wish I had that set up.
And then 3D print.
And that's a free Google program or something?
I think it comes standard on your computer. Or with Windows 10. I don't know if it's Google related because it has a. Isn't it related to Windows, Lee?
Well, it says up in the corner. Well, okay, I guess that's the chat that says Google. Okay.
Yep.
Now what I do is you can't print this anyway, so I just go to, unless you want to actually print it, I go to Control Print Screen, which copies my screen for me. If you guys didn't know that about computers, Control Print Screen will copy your screen. Take a screenshot.
Actually, if I'm correct, you don't even have to hit Control Print Screen. You just hit Print Screen.
Print screen.
Then you go into your graphics program and hit Control V. And Jim Brashear says it's Windows.
All right, then you go back into GIMP, and then you go File, or I'm sorry, Edit, Paste As, New Image, and there's your cross. So what you do is you come up to Windows, up here, Toolbox, open up the toolbox, take the rectangular select tool, just go around the outside of this bad boy, and then you bring it in, kind of like so.
And boom, bippy.
Then you go to Cut, Paste As, New Image, boom. There's your finished looking cross.
Awesome.
That gives me a preview that I can put up on my website, or if someone wants to look at one of my projects, I can put it up on my website and they can see it. That lets me show them what it looks like without having to put up my pattern up there, so then they steal the pattern. All right, guys. Well, this one I'm going to probably just put up there for free for everybody to use. So I'm either going to put it up on my site or I'm going to put it up all over Facebook groups. So that was basically what I wanted to teach you guys tonight. We got that cross done in pretty quick time. So now we'll just hang out.
What's the name of that program that did the 3D?
It's called 3D Builder. And I'll show you.
You find it from your start menu on your computer if you have Windows 10?
Yeah, and I'll show you, if I'm still sharing my screen, I'll show you another project I designed for a person the other day. She wanted me to make this. Her daughter is in the Sea Breezes, or I'm sorry, the Sea Cadets, and so I had to make a project for them. And this is the pattern. That's their pattern, battalion logo.
Neato.
And then I modified it like I just showed you guys. Made it look like wood, just so I showed you guys how to do that other one. Then I removed the background.
Jim Brashear says, isn't it Paint 3D? But it's called Windows Builder, correct? Or
3D Builder and Windows. And then here's the finished product of that same pattern, but cut out just how I showed you guys to do that 3D print.
I hate that crap's not on Windows 8 or whatever the hell I have, 7. Because I would love to be, I would have loved to have done that when I put designs out.
And you can see that one's going to be a pain in the butt because of all the A's.
Yep.
So it might take a while.
I don't see 3D Builder, but I see Paint 3D.
I think that's what Jim Brashears was talking about.
My program is called 3D Builder, and I don't know. So let me try it again here. 3D. Yeah, see, it's 3D Builder, trusted Microsoft Store app. So if you go to Microsoft Store, you can get it 3D Builder.
Oh, I thought you told me it came standard with Windows 10.
I didn't download it. It came with mine. So. I don't know. Maybe each person's computer is a little different, but it came with mine, so all I know.
I don't want to have to get used to another Windows system. I just want to. I hate change.
Yeah, it is a pain to have to restart over. Okay, yeah.
I was sitting there licking my plate and I forgot my dang camera was on. I'm an idiot.
Well, now this won't close. That's fun. Whatever. I give up.
You'll have to do it again, Charlie. I missed it.
I just realized. Oh, Lord.
We'll see.
I'm good.
On YouTube, you don't show up.
What? He may have had the panel hidden while he was doing the.
Yeah, I was presenting my screen. That's
usually the unless it's changed. Usually when you present, you have to hide panel, but I guess maybe it does it by default now.
Maybe they changed that.
Something, yeah, because you used to have to say hide panel or something like that.
Could be.
Ron Norris says, "Is this guy supposed to be looking forward or backward?"
Huh?
On the pattern, I guess.
Oh, forward or backwards. I think he's looking straight on. Like.
And Al, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I guess I'm absent-minded.
Don't remember. Think I'll stick to Fusion 3D. Okay. Whatever you guys want to use. I'm just showing you what's on my computer. So
I'm gonna turn off my camera for a second.
He found another crumb on the plate.
must have. The plate licking was not what you should be worried about, Charles Daring.
Because some of the I cut pizza into little small bites, and when I bite into it, some of the toppings fall on the plate, and I wasn't wasting any.
Now he doesn't have to wash it; it's clean.
Well, it's a paper plate anyway, but I don't want to waste food. I got stone cold busted because my idiot butt forgot to turn off the camera. Let me make sure it's off now.
It's off now.
Kind of makes you glad you're not a nose picker.
But I can turn it back on if you'd like.
No, I'm good. Please don't.
I got that power.
I look funny when I'm eating. Or hell, I look funny when I'm not eating. Sorry, I missed y'all in Iowa. I planned on going.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
He's got his camera off because he dropped some in his lap and he doesn't want to see us licking that off.
If I could lick that off, I'd never leave the house. Of course, I don't really leave the house for that often, but we won't go there. Family show. Yeah, so yes, Charles Deering is still breathing. He just doesn't show up much.
Yes. Charles is still around. He's just busy.
No, I don't know if y'all ever have what I call don't know why depression. You know, you're bummed out. And you don't even really know why. Getting that a lot lately, but between that and busy, blah 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 blah.
Al says he went there.
We
went there, Charles. You guys are funny. All right.
I say there.
Well, that took a lot less time than I thought it was going to take.
Well, now you got to talk about something.
Does anyone over in the chat have any questions about GIMP per se that I didn't go over?
Well, I asked who was using it, and nobody even said they were using GIMP.
I know, Al. I'm just playing along.
I think everybody has their preferred way of doing patterns, from programs. Everyone's got their preferred program they use. I went from using Adobe Photoshop to Illustrator to image editing to Elements to Corel back to and then to GIMP. So it's all about preference.
I use paper because I can't figure any of those out.
Paper's good too, because the patterns you get on paper are pretty amazing.
Hi.
Next week, though, we're going to go back and do the second half of those, all the designers' websites, because we do need to do the second half, because it didn't say. Hammer, stay up here. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to actually end it early tonight, because I got to take the dog out and do some things here around the apartment. So I want to say thanks to Charles Daring and Rick Hutchinson, Katie Dotson, and Al Forte, Ron Norris, all you guys over there in the chat. Thank you very much.
Kimber Shields, Wesley Balco.
Kimber Shields, Wesley Balco, all you guys over there. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next Scrollers chat. Till then, click on.